Hi everyone, I'm Needlecraft Danny, and I'm here for flosstube number 18, and I'm super sorry for the light. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and that's the reason. It's still dark outside, but I know I don't have the time to do this video anytime during this week. So this is kind of the only chance I can film this video. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I hope that you see my progress and it's not like way too dark. But yeah, I'm sorry, it's the only possibility to film this video, and I wanted to film it because I wanted to tell you about my plans and about what I did. So we're just going to roll with it, and if I watch my video later on, I always watch my video before doing the next one, and I realized it was way too dark and you couldn't see any or something that well, and then I might just show it during the next video again. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. So let's get started. I hope to do this one as a fast one, and I'm already rambling like 2 minutes because my boyfriend is gone for I don't know the word. Yeah, his training to get his ankle back into the way it's supposed to be after he hurt it. And yeah, so I have about half an hour and then he's back, and I want to have it done till then because I don't want to talk while he's here. So let's get started. WIP update. The challenge of the Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group to stitch 90 days in a row on a full coverage piece every day, at least one stitch. I'm doing 100 stitches every day for a personal goal. It's nearly done. I have to still stitch today and then upload a stopping point into the group, and I'm done with the challenge. So the piece I'm using is Mini Winter Rose, artwork by Rachel Anderson. I haven't enough designs. Yeah, so I'll show you a picture of where it was last time, over here. And here it is now. So the needleminder is from Jenkai Designs. And the fabric is a 28 count Lugana. Yeah, 28 count Lugana, and I'm stitching 2 over 110 stitches. And I did a lot during the last week. I did a lot of this lilac over here when we were at my boyfriend's parents' house. I took only one color with me, and then I did, that's something you probably can't see, I stitched some blue down here. Yeah, I'm super happy with what I have done during the challenge. I know there's like 100 stitches missing, but when I started the challenge, I had one length of thread in a dark gray in here, and I did all this rest during the challenge. So I finished one page. On the second page, I'm like halfway done, and I'm really happy what I was able to do during the challenge. So bring it a bit closer. I love this piece, especially on page 2. It's super easy stitching because there are a lot of color blocks, which was actually perfect for taking it with me to various parents. So yeah, that's super exciting, and I'm going to finish my stitches for today, finish the challenge, and then I think it's going in timeout, but not like super long. I thought when I was done with the challenge, I would be like fed up on the piece and not wanting to stitch on it anymore because, yeah, I stitched a lot on it, but it's okay. I need some short break, but I like stitching on her, so that's okay. Travel stitching. I'm stitching on a Hello Pumpkin Soul by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. That's what it's supposed to. Whoa, that's what it's supposed to look like when it's done. Yeah, I don't think it's getting better. You just take it like that. And I'm stitching on part 5 or on month 5. I still have a thread in here. I show you a picture of what it was like last time. And here it is now. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, so I'm stitching on part 5. I finished those 3 leaves and I'm about to finish this one here. The thread is still in here. This one is 28 count 1/1 full crosses. In here there's going to be the hedgehog, and I started on the bird. He's super cute. He's missing like his feet, a bit in his wing, eyes, and the mouth thing. I don't know what it's called. But he's already super cute, and I can't wait to finish this piece and have it as a real finish, because I finished every month I finished every part until the next part was released. So I had like small finishes, but big finish would be nice. The needleminder is from Just So Heavenly. I link it below. And yeah, there we go. Today I still have to work in the afternoon, so I hope to get a little bit more in there. I don't think I'm going to finish it in September as I first planned, but well, then it's going to be October. That's fine with me as well. Here we go. Anything I want to tell you about this one? No, nothing more. So when this one is finished, I thought about FFOing already, and I can't decide. So I'm thinking about just like my Joyful World cell in a frame, or maybe as a pillow. Yeah, I'm still thinking about it. Don't know yet. So let's get to like my normal rotation. On Monday, I filmed my last video, and I told you that in the evening I plan on stitching on Wedding Birds by Nikki Pattern from Etsy. That I plan to stitch some more on this one, and that did not happen. On Monday, we drove to my boyfriend's parents, and that's a 4-hour drive. So I took the first part, the first 2 hours, and I did not even get travel stitching in there because when my boyfriend drove, it was dark already. So yeah, not a lot of stitching that day. I finished my mini winter rose when we still were at home, and at his parents there was just no stitching. So I show you the piece. It's still where it was like last time. The needleminder is from Danka Designs, and I hope you can see it. There we go. Yeah, this one is on a 22 count, stitched 2/2, to get a good coverage in there. And because it's not full coverage, I'm okay with it being a bit bulkier than it normally, or I would normally like. So yeah. On Tuesday and Wednesday, for those days, I took a Heaven and Earth Designs with me. It's called Dragon Dancer. Artwork by Anne Stokes. I'm doing the regular version, and it's super big, but so far super pretty. I show you a picture of where it was like last time. And that's where I'm at now. So the needleminder again from Denkai Designs, and I'm having some problems here. I'll show you in a second. There we go. This one is stitched on 32 count 2 over 1 10 stitches, and the first page ends down here, and it's just existing out of the reds in the tree. I think there's a tree branch over here coming in somewhere, but so far it's just different reds and they are all beautiful. So I did 2 lengths of floss, one up here to fill some more in, and the second one brought me down here to the bottom of the page. So yeah, that's kind of cool. But there's still a lot to do until I finish a page. But it's looking pretty. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think 2 lengths of thread. Might be even 3, but I think it has been 2. Anyway, it was more progress than I had thought I would get, so great. On Thursday, we drove back home. This time I let my boyfriend drive the first part of the trip, so I can get some stitching in. But after about half an hour or an hour, it went too dark, and I don't like putting a light on while he's driving, so yeah, not a lot. But that was on my Hello Pumpkin sale anyway, so. When we came home, I still had to do mini winter rows, but that was okay. We were home at 9:30 in the evening, so I had some time left. And then I stitched on her, and then I got a new start. I told you about it last week. The new start is by Northern Expressions Needlework, and it's called Twisted Band Sampler. And I'm doing the version with the specialty stitches. I think that was right? I always have problems pronouncing this word. Yeah, so that's what it's supposed to look like, and I'm stitching it with one of the called for threads. There's a conversion for the Auvera Soie, for dinky dyes, and for DMC. So I decided to go with the dinky dyes, just because it's silk, but it's not that super expensive Auvera Soie silk. So yeah, and I'm really excited what I've done. So I have to take my chart to tell you what exactly I've done to look it up. But first band is just cross stitch, and I finished it. By the way, the needleminder is again from Denkai Designs, and I'm stitching this one on 32 count white opalescent linen 1/2 as supposed to. So you can see the sparkle. I finished the first cross stitch band, and the second band consists of 6 different stitches, or well, 3 different stitches, but kind of 6 parts. So you first stitch a diagonal herringbone stitch. That's what I've done here. Then that's a Smyrna cross variation all the way down. Then all the way down around eyelet in this medium pink. And then in a dark pink, I'm doing this the other way around. So dark pink first round eyelet, then the Smyrna cross variation and the diagonal herringbone stitch. So yeah, that's still a lot to do, but I ran out of time. I'm super happy that I even got into the second band, because I was not sure if I could make it. I'll show you a bit closer. I'm super happy. It's kind of my first time doing specialty stitches. Ooh, that looks good. So yeah, at first it took me some time to get my head around it, how I'm supposed to stitch it, but latest in the middle of the band, or on my way down, I got it, and it was super easy to stitch and super fun to stitch. So yeah, happy with this one. Yeah, that's it. And on Sunday, today's Monday, right? So on Saturday, I told you Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So the last 3 days of September, I'm going to take like a focus on a finish kind of thing. And the piece I'm taking is called Joyful World Cell by the Sunflower Diaries, and she has it on her. Sorry, I have to search for a picture. She has it on her blog for free, so you can just go to her blog and start stitching. And I'm presently stitching on the October piece, and I want to finish October. There we go. This is what October looks like. Another hedgehog. It's getting so bright. I'm sorry. I try to do a little bit better. Still way too bright. Okay. I want to show you because it's super cute. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so this one is October. There's another hedgehog. There's a cute little snail in there. And last time I already had the frame done and a bit of the monthly name, and I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is what it looks like now. So, yeah, you see a lot. Okay, the needleminder is again from Danka Designs, and I'm just putting it away so I can show you. Okay, here we go. So last time I had the frame and October. So I finished the name, I started on the bottom, and I started on the hedgehog. So far, there are 3 browns in there, and 1 brown is still missing. That's the first thing I want to fill in today. And then I finally get started on the flowers and leaves and stuff. So yeah, that's so far October. I don't think I'm going to finish it today. Because as I said, I don't have time to film anything today or stuff like that because it's just way too busy. And yeah, that's the same for cross stitch. So we'll see. Whenever I finish it, it will go up into my frame. And we're right into plans. Today, before I go to work, I'm going to try finish a challenge on Mini Winter Rose and finish my Joyful Waltzer. After that, when I came home from work, I have planned something special. On Facebook, there's this group. It's called 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, and they doing like every 2 months, they putting a weekend where they say they want to stitch 24 hours in 48 hours. So they start on Friday afternoon until Sunday afternoon. And in this time frame, you're supposed, or you can, put as many hours for stitching as you want, and they suggest 24. So in June, there was take 3, but I started stitching in like March and started exploring the flosstube community and the Facebook groups and stuff. So the June one, I missed by days. Next one was August. I had off from work and I was like, yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to stitch this weekend. And I talked to my boyfriend and he was fine with it as well and stuff. And then my parents called and told this would be the perfect weekend for us to visit. And they did not visit since last May, so they weren't at our apartment for over a year. So I couldn't say no. So my parents came over and I did not participate. So next one was in October, and I was like, yes, finally, because I really liked the idea. So in October, it's from the 4th till the 6th, I think. Yeah, it should be. And I was like, perfect. I have to work, but I think I should get enough hours in there. Yeah. I told my boyfriend, he said it was fine and I could do it. And about a week or two later, he told me, yeah, that's the weekend his uncle with family is coming over. Because it's the perfect weekend for them and they can find another one where it also fits our working plans. So, yeah, that one was cancelled as well. But I did not want to cancel it. So I decided this evening I'm going to start. Today's my last day of work, then I'm having off for 3 days. So that's perfect. I'm going to start this evening. Whenever I'm prepared. I'm home from work at 10 p.m. and whenever I'm prepared after that, I'm going to start at least 1 hour. So it ends Wednesday at 10 p.m. or 11 or 12 whatsoever. And in this time frame, I'm trying to get 24 hours of stitching in. I'm taking the Tiny Decisions app with the wheel. I have all my WIPs in there and I'm putting non-repeating selection and I will stitch or switch projects every hour. So I will work, if I can do it, I will work on every WIP I have for 1 hour and 3 of my WIPs get a repetition. So get 2 hours in them. To show you everything, because I don't want to do another WIP parade. I did one 2 months ago for my arbitrary August. So I don't want to do a WIP parade again, but it kind of would be if I show you every project I worked on. So I decided I'm doing a vlog style. Whenever 1 hour starts, I'm switching on my camera, just showing you this is the project I'm working on for the next hour, and that's my starting point. And then I switch the camera off. And after that hour, I'm going to set an alarm for an hour. After that hour, I'm coming back, and that's what I got. That's my WIP status now. And then I'm going to draw or spin the wheel with you, so you can see what I'm working on next. And then I pause the camera and I kind of get the WIP, show you where it stands, switch it off. During that time, it might be dark for a few hours, so that's kind of the thing you might get as well. This dark and badly lightened kind of thing. But yeah, that's kind of what it is. So, as I said, it ends on Wednesday. For October, I decided to do 3-day rotations. So for the last 2 months or 1 month, I don't know, I always had a rotation depending on when I work. So I had a rotation during my work days, and then I had another project during my days off, and then again a piece for my work days. In October, I decided to not care about my working days and just do 3 days rotations. If it falls on a weekend, perfect. If I have to work all 3 days, then I have to work all 3 days and might not get as much progress as I might get otherwise. But that's kind of the plan. So, sorry. The first rotation would end on Thursday and the second would end on Sunday. I decided to push them together, and if I get my 24 hours of stitching in 48, I'm going to give myself a reward, and I'm going to start something new. And that's the project I'm stitching on from Wednesday after the 24 hours end. That's when I started, until Sunday. And I have it here. I wanted to show you what I'm going to start, but I think I leave it as a surprise. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. I have it lying right next to me, but I leave it as a surprise. And that means I'm done with my video. I have nothing more to tell you. So I have 10 minutes left till my boyfriend's back. So I'm getting started on mini winter rows while editing this video. And yeah, I see you next time. Or this evening if I'm starting my vlog. Or when I'm starting my vlog. So, but you don't see this video, I think, till Sunday, probably. I think I might film my next video on Sunday with my progress on the project I'm not going to show you, and what I'm going to stitch on next week. So yeah, till then, I hope you have a wonderful stitchy week. I hope you enjoyed my video, and maybe you leave me a like or a comment. I'm always happy about comments and love to answer them. So yeah, see you next week. Bye.